Hello, and welcome to the AB Report. This is an AB conversation, and libtards, you can see your way out of this conversation. To all the people that do have good sense, welcome aboard. Welcome to a common sense sanctuary. Well, we've made our way through another weekend, and here we are at Monday. Hope you all had a great one. Here we go into another roller coaster of a week. Has anyone been paying attention to what's going on at the southern border? The southern border is being overrun in ways which are just unimaginable. At no point in time in our history have we ever had this many people coming across our border unimpeded by the hundreds of thousands per month, to the tune of about 1 million every 4 months. And that's just a conservative count, because it's only counting the people that are being processed by the Border Patrol. It doesn't include the people that are sneaking in without being detected or caught by the Border Patrol. So far, over 1.5 million, and with well over 200,000 people coming per month, until the end of the year, we're guaranteed another million. So 2.5 million people by the end of the year. In less than a year, that Joe Biden has been in the White House, since he became resident of the United States, resident of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. I won't call him president because he is, one, illegitimate, and two, not acting in any way like a president of the United States of America, according to the Constitution of the United States of America. Well, over this past week or so, we have been witnessing what I call Operation Voodoo. It's an invasion of Haitians coming across the southern border with Mexico, from Mexico. I kid you not. You say, well, Haiti is in the Caribbean, thousands of miles away. How could people get from Haiti to Mexico and then to the United States? Well, those Haitian persons that are coming over, they have somehow been flown from Haiti to Guatemala, then transported to the United States-Mexico border, where they cross into the United States. All the while, they're being fed, they're being sheltered, and the question is, who paid for it? Who paid for tens of thousands of plane tickets, countless buses and ground transportation, food, accommodations, water? Who managed the logistics to transport these people from over 2,000 miles away? Who paid for it? You know, this is no insignificant amount. The expenses for 14,000 people to travel from Haiti on a conservative level, it would easily top $14 million. It's easily $1,000 a person. Easily. Plane tickets, transportation by ground, food, shelter, accommodations. Where did this $14 million come from? It just didn't come out of nowhere. Which NGOs are paying for this? Is the Clinton Foundation involved? They have a significant presence in Haiti. They've had one since over the past 15 years. For more than the past 15 years. You know, I am certain that one or more George Soros, NGOs is involved. You know, officials in Guatemala and Mexico are certainly being paid off to look the other way or even help out while the cartels smuggle these people into the United States. In the end, there is just one person above and beyond anyone else, however, that is responsible for the rape of America, and that is none other than Joseph Robinette Biden. He invited them here before the election, and after he took office, he continued to invite them. He doesn't have any loyalty to the citizens of the United States. He is the resident of the United States, but his loyalty lies with the hordes of border jumpers, illegal aliens that he is encouraged and allowed to come here. It's just absolutely disgusting. Speaking of disgusting, I just want to point out the fact that Joe Biden is now officially a war criminal. Yes, a war criminal. I clearly remember the announcement by Sleepy Joe while he was making his stern declaration of having killed some members of an imaginary terror group called ISIS-K. Everyone's first reaction was, who the hell is ISIS-K? Is that some Afghan pop group or a new cereal or something? What the hell is ISIS-K? He went on to pretend that they were a new branch of ISIS who had been responsible for the killing of 13 American armed service members. No, Joe. That was you. You were responsible. Your precipitous withdrawal from Afghanistan created the conditions which led to their deaths. You may not have set off the bomb, but you facilitated the security failure that led to their deaths. And that is without question. And you know this. The American people know this. And in fact, the world knows it. So you and your woke, incompetent military advisors, General Milley, Lloyd Austin, came up with a cockamamie scheme to find someone to kill that could be your scapegoat. Being the buffoons that you are, instead of killing actual enemy combatants, you morons killed an innocent Afghan aid worker and his family, including 7 children. This is without a doubt a war crime. You and your advisors should be charged as war criminals because that is what you are. To make things worse, if there are any Afghans that were sitting on the fence about whether or not America is a friend or a foe, they are certainly placing us in the foe column at this point. If it were me, I would. So now you're just sitting in the background where you sent out this officer to take the blame while you have run off over the course of the weekend to your little beach setup you have over there in Delaware. I need to remind you something, Resident Biden. You do not have time for vacationing right now. Despite that, you've been on vacation just about every weekend. Every weekend is a vacation for you. And sometimes during the week. The country's going to hell overseas and here at home. If you haven't noticed. I'm quite sure you have noticed. Because you've planned and caused a lot of the hell America is going through right now. And of course, it isn't just you. It's your handlers. The ones that control every word that comes out of your mouth darn near. The ones that are choosing the words that are coming out of your mouth. Your malfunctioning mouth, which is obviously very loosely tied to your malfunctioning brain. You ran away from the DC this weekend as people came to protest what happened on January 6th. And you have played no small part in that injustice. You know, the unlawful jailing of the protesters from January 6th, who you demonized as domestic terrorists and insurrectionists, without having a damn bit of evidence of any such thing, is outrageous. Just that alone should have you impeached and removed from office. But with those in control of Congress right now, we know that's not going to happen. Hopefully something will change come next year. You know, when you think about the time that these people have spent in jail without bond, without even having court dates set. You think about that time. It's, since the beginning of the year. 8, 9, 10 months. That's more time than they would serve for being found guilty of whatever they're going to be charged with, which is mostly trespassing. And for this to take place in the United States of America, in America's capital, is shameful and disgusting. This is naked political persecution. And it's coming from the top down. Your handlers have conveniently shuffled you off to get you in front of the cameras for a few days. To make sure no one asks you some inconvenient questions. But you have a lot to answer for. You're a shame and a disgrace, Mr. Biden, and the end of your residency at the White House cannot come fast enough. This has been the AB Report. Thanks for joining in and taking the time to listen. And if you don't mind, leave a like, share, or even subscribe. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll catch you the next time around.